Okay, so this is Luffy. Luffy is my cat. Luffy, say hi.
Huh?
What should your cats eat? How much should they eat? What should you feed them? Today we're going to talk about cat diet, how much you should feed them, and what you should feed them to ensure that they have the best optimal diet to prevent health conditions and diseases. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not a vet, neither am I a pet nutritionist. I'm just sharing the knowledge that I have gotten by reading different articles, watching different videos, as well as talking to my vet as well as other friends who are more well-versed in cat nutrition. So first off, how often should you feed your cat? Usually, most professionals recommend you feed your cat twice a day, in the morning and at night. Different cats and different pet owners have also different lifestyle habits, so this largely depends on your work, your lifestyle, but 2 times or 3 times a day, sometimes when you're traveling, once a day when your cat sitter comes over is okay. Just ensure that it is consistent. So if you're going for 2 times a day, then you just keep it to 2 times a day for as consistently as you can. And how much you should feed your cat largely depends on your cat's age and your cat's size. So most of the time when you go to the vet can examine your cat and let you know roughly how much you should be feeding your cat. But on an average general basis, 2 cans of wet food should do the trick for most cats. However, you have to consult your vet and do some research. It is different for different cats of different ages, and if your cat has a health condition, the diet is also different. There is also a very big debate online if kibble is actually good for your cat. So a few of the reasons why a lot of people say kibble is not good for your cat is because kibble has very high carbohydrate content. Just like humans, if you eat a lot of rice and a lot of carbs, it actually contributes to some health conditions like obesity, diabetes, and certain other digestive issues. Cats are actually not built to metabolize large amounts of carbohydrates. Only feeding your cat kibble can lead to some very serious health conditions such as urinary tract problems, obesity, diabetes, and certain other dental problems as well. And a lot of kibbles actually have additives and preservatives, which is not very good for your cat. Most importantly, one of the biggest risks of cats' diet is that they lack moisture. Because cats generally have a low thirst drive, they actually need more water than they usually drink from the cat fountain. Most cats don't even voluntarily drink water themselves. If you're feeding them a completely dry kibble diet, it might and it very likely will lead to very severe health consequences in the long run. Yes, kibble is always cheaper than wet food, but if you only feed your cat kibble, vet bills are going to cost you a lot more in the future if your cat develops a health condition. Generally, based on nature, cats are carnivores, which means that they actually need the protein and nutrients from animal sources like chicken, beef, lamb, venison, or as long as it's animals, right? So this is why, if possible at all, if your schedule allows and if budget allows, good quality wet canned food is better for cats because they have natural moisture inside, which allows the cat to have enough water intake. And wet food typically have very low carbohydrate content, which is good for the cat. For me personally, I feed my cat a mix of dry food and wet food, usually 2 wet meals a day, and in between during lunchtime I feed him a little bit of kibble. But we are actually thinking of switching from kibble to freeze-dried chicken because it's generally more healthy, but I need to go and redo my budget again to see if my finances allow me to feed my cat so well. But he definitely gets 2 cans of wet food per day. On top of the wet food, we actually add in additional water into the wet food just to ensure that the cat has enough water, because my cat Luffy does not drink water voluntarily unless it's mixed in with his food. That's about it. If you have a kitten that is less than 1 year old or 2 years old, usually younger cats need to eat more. When the cats are fully grown adults or young adults, they tend to not need as much food. But if your cat is greedy like mine, he will want to eat all day, every day, from morning to night. He will meow for food, meow for treats. Some brands I personally quite like and recommend for wet food and also treats, even freeze-dried cat food, would be Daily Delight. I think he likes that the most. But Kit Kat canned food is also pretty good as well. Reviews are pretty high. Try not to feed your cat cheap wet food. Certain brands like you find in supermarkets are actually cheap and they contain quite a lot of sodium and carbohydrate content. You don't need to go for the super high quality wet food. There's this brand called Zealandia, which is like super high quality. You don't need to go for those. Just go for a regular Daily Delight or Kit Kat. Those brands work very, very well. For treats, I personally like this local brand called Taki Pets. They have a lot of very nice and interesting treats, and we always purchase from Taki Pets for my cat Luffy because Taki Pets is a local Singaporean brand and they have really good reviews, and that the treats are actually healthy. Well, I mean, too much of anything is not healthy, but the treats are actually not bad for the cat or dog. So a lot of these cheaper cat treat brands, they actually have a lot of additives and preservatives, which if you feed your cat treats every day, it is not going to be great in the long run. So Taki Pets is not the most affordable brand, I gotta say, okay? But long-term health, to save you on the future vet bills, I think Taki Pets is one that I personally really like. You should totally check them out. None of the brands I've mentioned in this video is sponsoring me. But hey, if anybody wants to sponsor, please reach out. Hello, Luffy would love some food. He is a super greedy cat and he would love some food. Thank you for watching. If you're a new cat owner, a lot of the things I shared today are questions that I had when I became a new cat owner, and I hope this helps you navigate your journey together with your little furry friend. Thank you, my name is JJ. See you in the next video. Peace. Okay, Luffy. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Right, see you. Peace. Come, boy. Ah, naughty, right? I know. Anyhow, drag my sponge anywhere, everywhere. Huh? Come, let's go.